The lights are on in Haven High School, ladies and gentlemen, as the Spartans of Wichita Collegiate are here in Haven, Kansas to face the Wildcats in this second round of sub-state play in the Halstead sub-state of 3A. A little bit of background on both teams. The Spartans coming into this game with a record of 16-5 after that big win against Halstead in the first round of sub-state. And these Wildcats coming into the game with a record of 18-3, beating Riley County in the first round of their side of the bracket. And so without further ado, it's a huge student section for these Wildcats, as it's number 11. That's 21. That's Bontrager that wins the tip. He gets it to number 14. That's Richie trying to feed Bontrager in the paint. He's looking. It's out of bounds. Trying to feed Bontrager. There were a couple of Wildcats, but it's bobbled and out of bounds in favor of the Cats. It's number 1. That's Nash Ray to inbounds. It's Nash Ray with it, getting into Bontrager. Now to number 3. That's Detrick Nisley. And that is a three-pointer by Nash Ray to start this game. Only about 30 seconds so far, 3-0 already. And it's a pass in the corner for number 3, Batiste. That three-pointer is off, no good. But it's into the hands of number 3, Detrick Nisley. And staying with the Spartans here. Good pass in the corner to A.J. Batiste by Carter Drumright. 7-11, 3-0. The Wildcats lead here early with a 3. Wildcats very perimeter-oriented team as the Spartans get it into Chege. And it's Parker being guarded by Nash Ray. Now it's Jack Grace. Back to Jaden Parker. Ball is stripped away and stolen by Nash Ray. Snatch out of his hands, that time on a signature Jaden drive. It's number 11 being absolutely rejected by Jaden Parker, but who's there again? Number 1, Nash Ray, to miss a 3. Looks like he might have gotten a little bit of contact there. But now the pass is stripped and taken away by number 3. That's Derek Nisley. He's trying to take it all the way for nothing that time. But now it's Nash Ray again with Bontrager. He takes a 3 of his own. And 2 early threes give Haven a 6-0 lead here with a very, very imposing student section. And it's a pass in the corner to Batiste. Now to Carter Drumright. He takes a 3 of his own. That's down for Carter Drumright. Threes are flying in here so far for the Spartans of the Wildcats. 6-3 already. Now it's a DB play almost by Jack Grace. And Bontrager just took advantage of his size and put it up over Jack Grace in transition. Now the Spartans down 8-3 so far with 5:57 left in the first quarter. It's Carter Drumright. Gets it to Batiste outside. He's looking. Gets it to Jaden. They trap. Now get out to Batiste outside. He takes a 3 of his own. Like we said, the threes are falling here early in Haven. That's number 11. Gatlin Reinhardt with it. Guarded by Chege. Not really the matchup you want on him. You want him guarded up on Bontrager, the big man. But this time it's Jaden Parker guarded up on him. Now it's Bontrager in the corner. He's trying to dribble it himself. Gets it to number 3. That's Detrick Nisley. Now to Nash Ray. No shot clock here in this game, as it's a three-pointer in the corner. Off that time, no good by number 3, Detrick Nisley. Pardon me if I'm saying that wrong or right, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a dangerous pass to Jaden Parker. That leads to a 3 off the mark by A.J. Batiste. And ball's swiped out of bounds by number 11, Gatlin Reinhardt, after Jaden Parker recovered on it that time. It's fast-paced basketball here in Haven for both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently trying to work these technical difficulties here as ball's inbounded to Bond. Into the corner for Kamari Jennings, and he buries a 3 of his own. The Spartans are getting hot here. 3 3-pointers already with 4:50 left in the first quarter. It's Nash Ray guarded tightly by by number, guarded tightly by the Spartans. Ball's on the floor, going out of bounds to the Wildcats yet again. Very, very perimeter oriented. Both of these teams are 9-8. The Spartans leading by 1 with 4:43 left in this first quarter. Ball's inbounded to number 11. That's Gatlin Reinhardt. Guarded tightly by Batiste. He just gets it off to number 14, Blake Ritchie. Now to number 1, Nash Ray. We've seen a couple throughs from him trying to drive on Batiste. He puts up a floater, no good. Maybe was a little bit of offense-initiated contact there, but he takes that on it. But he takes that one of his own, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. 4:28 left in this first quarter, and Nash Ray is at the line. He had 2 threes already early in this game, and you could expect him to make a free throw, as he makes that one there. 9 for both teams. 4:28 left in this first quarter. His second free throw is up and good. A very, very imposing student section for this Haven crowd, for this Haven team. Not the biggest crowd here for a home game, but definitely the students came out for this game. You can see these Wildcats trying to trap and move and position themselves here on defense, and it's a pass into the paint for Logan Clay, and he puts that one up and good. Strong finish by Logan Clay. And now Nash Ray quickly down the floor, guarded by Mason Bond. He's going to try and work on Bond. Crosses. That one's no good. Recovered by the Spartans, but it is off Logan Clay, unfortunately, after that pass by Mason Bond. Was on the floor, tried to get it off to his teammate, but just not that time. And the Spartans go to more of an experienced lineup. They go to Chege, Jaden Parker, Jack Grace, Landon Langston, and Carter Drumright. A few sophomores in that lineup there. And the Spartans are really trying to scramble on defense here. And the ball's in the bound to number 2. That's McGuire Jacques. Or Jacques. Like we said, this student section for the Wildcats is very, very into it early. Height-wise, the Spartans match up well here with the Wildcats. Now it's inbounds to number 11. That's Gatlin Reinhardt to number 2. Baltranger wants a 3 of his own. Banked in is Dalton Bontrager. And he puts the Wildcats up too, 13-11. Jaden Parker with the ball. They go to a bit of a zone trap. Jaden Parker almost loses it. Gets it to Jack Grace. He tries to drive baseline. Gets it out to Carter Drumright for 3. Carter, you don't expect Carter Drumright to miss a lot of those. Ball's out of bounds. Going the way of the Spartans off the rebound by number 14. That was Blake Ritchie. The Spartans and Wildcats are definitely putting that hustle factor on the floor early in this game. Now the ball's inbound to Langston. Landon Langston, number 14, the sophomore. Now out to Jaden Parker. Got him for a post-game interview on last Friday, and his first post-game interview of the year, and feel like it went pretty successfully. No shot clock here, so the Spartans do have time. Now it's a pass to Drumright in the corner. Spartans working very, very quickly, trying to get at least something. It's a kick ball on the play. Wildcats trying to trap. It's Nash Ray coming in for the Haven Wildcats, and Kamari Jennings coming in for the Spartans. After that kick ball, and the Spartans have retained possession. It's 13-11 with 2:59 left in this first quarter. Ball's inbounded to Chege. Now back out to Jennings. Kamari Jennings, the sophomore, with it. He's made a 3 in this game already. And he wants to pass it to Jack Grace in the corner for another 3, but that's off, no good. Snatched off the glass on the long rebound by Brogan Ray that time. Wildcats trying to get something to work here. Baltranger wants another 3. Dalton Bontrager wants 3 all the time. The big man can go out and shoot a few of those as well. 16-11. And the Spartans are scrambling to find answers for this Haven perimeter attack, and Bontrager clears the mid-range miss by Jaden Parker. It's number 5. That's Brogan Ray with it, trying to drive on Mason Bond, that was Jack Grace. Now it's Nash Ray with it to number 3. That's Nisley. Now to Brogan. Now back to Brogan Ray. Nash trying to work on Jack Grace. Crosses. Gets it to Nisley. They're looking for something here. Nash Ray stifling defense here by both teams. Now it's a three-pointer off the mark. No good by number 5. That's Brogan Ray getting up one of his own, but missing that time, and a foul off the rebound on the on these Wildcats. 16-11. Not much paint action here for either team so far. The Wildcats lead by 5, and with 1:45, the Spartans are trying to find some more perimeter options here. Looking to Mason Bond. Now to A.J. Batiste in the corner. He wants another three. That one's off, no good. But a great recovery by Logan Clay, but snatched away yet again by these hands of the Wildcats. Now it's Ray with it. Gets it to Brogan Ray. Now to Nash Ray. That's the number 2, McGuire Jacobs. It's a pass in the corner. Number 3 does not get it, but look who's there. Nash Ray to clear the rebound. Fast pace here. Looks like a track meet here in Haven, Kansas. Number 5, Brogan Ray tried to drive, but is stripped of the ball by A.J. Batiste. A.J. looking for an option. Gets it to Maddox Drumright. Now to Logan Clay. Jump ball. Snatching it out of his hands was number 5, Brogan Ray. And a 5-point lead is not what the Spartans want to see here with 16-11. A 5-point lead here is not what the 5 points down is not what the Spartans want to be early in this game. 16-11. Wildcats leading by 5 with 36 seconds left in the first. It's a pass to number 3. That's Nisley. He's searching for options. Now back out to Nash Ray. They're completely content with getting a last shot up here with about 21 seconds ticking off the clock. 16-11. A lot of threes in this first. A lot of threes in this first quarter. And Ray cuts the defense. Scooped up by Kamari Jennings. A.J. Batiste takes it in for 2 free throws. Wanted an and one there, but he has an opportunity to cut it to a 3-point deficit with 2.4 seconds left at the line. A.J. Batiste to shoot 2. Both teams have 2 fouls already in this game, so no one probably might not come down to a free throw battle. That one's good by A.J. Batiste. 16-12. Haven't seen much of a Spartan press so far because, well, they're they don't want to get this Haven team out in transition. And that's a pure free throw by A.J. Batiste yet again. 16-13. Nash Ray with it. Puts up a long heave, and that is airballed from half court. 16-13. The Spartans on a 3-point deficit with 3 more quarters of basketball left to play. We saw a few drives by the Wildcats there, trying to really take advantage of their good ball handlers, and the Spartans putting up a couple threes, but so are the Wildcats. They're really putting up some perimeter offense here. Four threes it seemed like in that first quarter for the Wildcats, and 2 of them coming from the big man in the middle, number 21, Dalton Bontrager. But the Spartans have answered as well here in a very, very strong home court advantage. With 3 more quarters of basketball left, it's 16-3. The Spartans down by 3 with 3 more quarters to make it right. Haven't seen a lot of feeds to David Chege in the paint for the Spartans. And being matched up on number 21, Dalton Bontrager, is no easy task, as it's 6'6" against 6'6" right there. And it's a very, very even matchup. Now it's Parker with it. Loses his handle a little bit, but retreats back out to the three-point line, trying to work on Bontrager. He gets it to Batiste in the corner. Nowhere to go. Now back out to Jaden. And Carter Drumright wants another three, and Carter Drumright gets a three. 16 all for both teams. And Spartans go to a lighter press here, as the Wildcats are completely content with trying to get a little bit of a slower paced action here, trying to pick them apart from the perimeter. Pass in the corner. That's number 3, Nisley. Pass is tipped by David Chege into the hands of Bontrager. Now back out to Nash. Ritchie with it. Now Nisley. Ritchie. And Bontrager wants his third 3 so far in this game. But it's off the mark. No good. But guess who's there to scoop it up and pass it out in the corner for 3? Nash Ray. That would have sent the crowd into a frenzy. They love their hustle here. Number 3. Nisley was open in the corner. But it's Bontrager with the steal. Trying to take it all the way. That one's up, no good. Foul going the other way on in the transition. From transition, good transition defense that time by Jaden Parker, as he really disrupted Bontrager there from getting an easy one with his 6'6" frame. 16 all, 6:41 left in this half. And the Spartans being fouled and taking it themselves. That's Carter Drumright with it now to Kamari Jennings. Wildcats go to looking like a bit of a pentagon here, zone. And Jaden Parker, they're setting a double here. They don't want him driving to the rim. And Carter Drumright gets it in the paint to Jaden Parker, and he puts up one up, no good. And Ray gets it to Bontrager, now to Ray, now to Reinhardt, and that shot is up, no good. Might have been a tip that time by David Chege, using his ability as a shot blocker to his advantage. And now Jaden Parker dribbling it himself. And Kamari Jennings in the corner for 3. Kamari Jennings puts it in that time. Cash money, bang bang from the corner. Now Nash Ray with it. Now to Brogan Ray. Nash Ray yet again, handling it himself. Not going very deep into the bench are the Haven Wildcats. Now Ray with it, receiving the double. Spartans trying to recover, get back to their matchups, and it's a deep 3. That is off, no good by Nash Ray. Out of the hands of David Chege and out of bounds. And David Chege goes out the game, as well as Jack Grace. And for them go Logan Clay and Mason Bond. It's to number 11, Reinhardt. Now to Nash. Or pardon, Brogan Ray, Nash Ray, that is. Reinhardt. Nash Ray wants a 3 of his own. And he gets a 3 of his own. 19 all in this game. 5:01. Looks like somebody might have got caught in a screen there. And Jaden Parker with it. Now to Carter. Very, very perimeter-oriented teams, the Spartans and the Wildcats. And that's a 3, no good by Jaden Parker. Wanted one of his own in this game. And now Nash Ray with it. Evading the defense. Now to Brogan Ray. Reinhardt with it. Now Nash Ray to Brogan Ray on the perimeter. Like we said, perimeter-oriented. Now Bontrager. Nash Ray yet again with it, trying to make something work. Brogan Ray trying to get in the paint. Feeding it to number 14, Ritchie, which is off no good on the mid-range. Now it's a pass to Kamari Jennings. Almost got it taken away there, but he recovers back to Carter. And now Mason Bond wants a 3 of his own. That's off no good. A great rebound and hustle by Jaden Parker, and Carter Drumright wants another 3. And that one's off no good yet again. And Mason Bond off no good yet again, but Logan Clay is there to pick it up. Amazing hustle from these Spartans. Clearing the O boards like it's the 2004 Detroit Pistons. Looked like there were 5 Ben Wallaces on that floor there. And by the way, my name is Ben Shackelford, and I am your humble host for today's game between these Spartans and these Wildcats. First free throw is up and good for Logan Clay. Great hustle by both teams so far, like we said. Haven clearing a couple of rebounds, and the Spartans getting many of their own. The second free throw is off, no good by Logan Clay. He only makes it a one-point lead. Brogan Ray almost mishandled it, gets it to Nash Ray, evading a couple Spartans. Now to number 2, back to Nash Ray. Nash has been active in this game, getting up a couple threes. It's 20-19 with 3:37 left. Try to feed it, but now they kick it back. Number 2 wants one of his own. That one's off, no good. Cleared off the rebounds by the Spartans. They've done a good job of not letting those misses get out of their hands. 20-19. Kamari Jennings is pushed out of bounds on the baseline. 3 fouls already in this second half for the Wildcats. It's 20-19. The Spartans up by 1 with 3:23 left in this quarter, which is the second quarter, of course, which means that we have only 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the half, to be more specific. AJ Batiste didn't stop that time, looking for an option, gets it out to Mason Bond. The Haven fans have gotten a little bit quiet here, and Kamari Jennings wants another 3. Kamari Jennings doesn't have it that time, and it's snatched off the glass by Brogan Ray. Nash Ray with it. Guarded by Bond. Now to number 2. That's Maguire Jacques. And it's a push by Jacques on Jack Grace. 2-on-2 that time. And Nash Ray and Brogan Ray was there to clear the rebound and put it back up over AJ, but looks like that was Mason Bond that time. Looked like the push from Jacques against Jack Grace. No call there. And Kamari Jennings wants to drive it to the rim. No, feed it to Logan Clay. Back out to AJ Batiste for a pull-up 2. That one's scooped up by Logan Clay. And it's out of bounds, going the way of the Wildcats. 21-20. The Wildcats lead the Spartans by 1 with 2:16 left in this half. Spartans had some perimeter opportunities. They've just been and they've connected on most of them, as it's only a 1-point lead for the Wildcats. Spartans trying to tire out these Wildcats by going deep into their bench. Now it's Nash Ray. He evades Jack Grace. Jack Grace goes back to a different matchup. Now it's Bond guarding Nash Ray. Ray trying to drive on Bond. He gets to the corner. Number 3 doesn't want a 3, but now Nash Ray wants one of his own, and that one's off the mark, no good. No one was there to clear the rebound, but look who was there. Mason Bond to clear the rebound. Mason Bond stops, and it is a pass out of bounds. Intended for Jack Grace. Looks like he just put a little bit too much mustard on that one. And it's Wildcat ball yet again, 1:45. Spartans down by 1, 21-20. Bit of a low-scoring game, but a perimeter-heavy one at that. .145 left in this half. Carter Drumright goes in for Maddox Drumright, and Mason Bond goes out for Jaden Parker. As the Spartans get a little bit more offensive guys in the game. It's a pass to Nisley into the paint. Now into the paint yet again. It's Bontrager trying to work on Chege. Out to a perimeter man. Number 3, that's Nisley. Trying to get it to Nash Ray. Nash Ray feeding it to number 21. Dalton Bontrager just beat oh my goodness. And a foul going the other way on, looks like David Chege. And Dalton Bontrager just slipped past Chege that time. and put it in for 2. 23-20. The Spartans down by 3 with 1:10 left in this half. Chege had an opportunity under the rim, but he couldn't connect that time. The ball's inbounded to Nisley, number 3. Now Nash Ray with it. We've seen a lot from him this half. Feeds it to number 11. That's Reinhardt trying to feed Ray. And taking advantage of that 6'6" frame was Dalton Bontrager, just going up and putting it up against the smaller Logan Clay. But good defense. Logan Clay standing his ground that time, and AJ Batiste takes it back for 2 free throws after the foul. Took a little spin move in the paint, and an opportunity to cut the deficit. And he rattles that first one in. Spartans are gonna need some height if they want to contest with Dalton Bontrager in the paint. And the second free throw's off, no good. Snatched off the glass by Bontrager. Now it's number 3. That's Nisley with it, trying to take it fast himself. Guarded by Drumright. And look who has 2 more of his own. That's Bontrager, just eating up that paint there. And it's 30 seconds left. 27-21. The Spartans down by 6 here in this game. And the "you can't guard him" chants ring out from the Haven student section as 18 seconds left. The Spartans are scrambling for an option here. Jaden just dribbling out the clock here, looking for an option. Carter takes a 3 of his own. That one's off, no good to end the quarter. And at half, the Spartans down by 6, trying to recover on lost ground here in Haven, 27-21. We'll be back after this, ladies and gentlemen, on the WCS Sports Broadcasting Show. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as about 5:50 ticks away in halftime, let's just recap what we saw there from the Wildcats and the Spartans. Let me just say, the word of the day for both teams was perimeter. Perimeter, perimeter. There was a whole lot of perimeter action in that game. I'm not just talking about threes. Feeds into the paint, back cuts, and most notably, Dalton Bontrager. 2 threes of his own, and 6 points right after, and 6 points right near the tail end of that second quarter. And so the Spartans are trying to make up lost ground, 27-21, down by 6, with 4:50 left in halftime. Saw a lot from Dalton Bontrager, and we saw a lot from Nash Ray, which was expected because Nash Ray is a very shifty point guard, and you can expect him to make threes if he's open. But less about the Wildcats and more about the Spartans. We saw a lot of great action from these perimeter shooters by Collegiate, including Kamari Jennings, Carter Drumright, and AJ Batiste, as they got pretty much a majority of the Spartans' points here in this game, 27-21. Most of those 21 points coming from threes from the Spartans, and with 2 threes, they could easily make it a tie game here. A more modest crowd for the Wildcats here in Haven, as it is a Wednesday night, but the students have definitely decided to come out and represent. As we can see, that student section going all the way up to one of the sides of the wall. So it's a very, very imposing atmosphere here in Haven. What I'd say the Spartans need to do in the second half to try and get back in this game is really just try and take advantage of mismatches, and focus more on ball movement. Don't isolate Jaden a whole lot. Instead, try and set up looks in the paint for David, AJ, or Logan. David, AJ, Jaden, or Logan to try and get some easy 2-point offense, and make open threes. Those are the 2 aspects that I would suggest that the Spartans do in this game. Their defense has been solid so far, but they definitely need to watch the action with Dalton Bontrager, as he has done a few nifty and shifty moves to the paint, has led to a few quick points for Dalton Bontrager. And we see the Spartans coming out of the locker rooms right after halftime. 27-21. 6 points for AJ Batiste and 6 points for Carter Drumright here in this game. All of those coming from threes. And apparently, if I'm reading this correctly on the scoreboard, 20 points for Dalton Bontrager in this first half. So the Spartans definitely want to limit him when it comes to those. When it comes to those opportunities. And so we see the Spartans getting up some easy shots here in warm-ups. As 1:22 ticks away in halftime, we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, for whether the Spartans can outmuscle these Wildcats in the second half. I'm Ben Shackelford, and we will be right back. And we are back yet again, ladies and gentlemen, for this second half of basketball. As the Spartans are down 6 going into this second half of basketball, the question remains, can they take advantage of opportunities outside the three-point line, and can they get a little bit more? Can they get a few more feeds to David Chege in this game as they go immediately to Bontrager as he gets it to Reinhardt. He's trying to drive to the rim and give it to Nash Ray for another three. Like we said, the threes are raining down here in Haven as it's now a 9-point lead for Haven. Spartans down 30-21. Jaden Parker getting it to Jack Grace in the corner. He's looking for an option. So looks like a bit of a zone here for these Haven Wildcats. AJ Batiste gets it in the paint, goes up for a shot. That is no good. Looks like it could have gotten a little bit deeper in the paint that time, but he has an opportunity to put the Spartans back a little bit closer to these Wildcats. And that's a third foul on the third foul on Jaquez for these Wildcats as AJ Batiste makes it 30-22 in favor of the Wildcats with that free throw, cutting it down to an 8-point lead. 7:25 left in this third quarter, and it's already a 3 for the Wildcats. Oh, pardon, that was on that foul was on number 11. Gatlin Reinhardt looks like. AJ takes another one. That rattles off, no good, but a great rebound underneath by Jaden. AJ doesn't want a three of his own, but Carter wants to cross. Get it to Jaden in the corner. Frantic passes and active hands by the Spartans and the Wildcats. Jack getting trapped. Gets it to Carter. Now AJ evades an almost double by the Wildcats. And it's a pass up ahead to Jack Grace. Nice little lob there from AJ to Jack for a 2. 30-24. It's Bontrager with the ball guarded by Drumright, trying to snap the ball away. And it's almost a foul by David Chege on Nash. He tries to take it up for a jelly on toast layup. Nash Ray getting 2 of his own. And AJ Batiste trying to put up a tough one. Didn't really need to take that kind of shot there. And it's Nash Ray with the rebound. 32-24. The Spartans trying to stop this barrage from Bontrager and Ray, as it's Reinhardt with the ball, guarded by Grace. Now to Bontrager. He wants another 3, and that one's off, no good. Boarded by nobody that time, but it's out of bounds in favor of the Wildcats. That'll be all. Looks like Carter Drumright had some position to try and scoop it off the glass that time, but it's 32-24. The Spartans down by 8 with 6:08 left in this third quarter. Now it's Reinhardt in the corner, trying to work on Batiste. Now he gets it to another 3 by Dalton Bontrager. Looks like it's the Nash Ray and Dalton Bontrager show here in Haven, as it is an 11-point lead for the Haven Wildcats. Bond with it. Now to Kamari Jennings in the corner. Now back out to Mason. AJ takes a pull-up midi of his own. That one's pure for AJ Batiste. We've seen a lot of pull-up midis from him late in the season, but he only makes it a 9-point he makes it only a 9-point deficit here. It's Reinhardt with the ball, guarded tightly by the Spartans. They get it to Bontrager, guarded by Kamari Jennings. They get it in the corner. That's number 2, guarded by Mason Bond. Now ball's tipped away by Jaden Parker. Tried to recover it out of bounds, really utilized some hustle there, but stays with these Wildcats. 35-26. The Spartans in a little bit of a predicament here in Haven, but can they do it? I believe they can, ladies and gentlemen. It'll only take a few more positions, and AJ Batiste with the strip away. He takes it in for a nice wobbly dunk. that time. Looks like it rimmed around and just went in right before the crowd could chastise him for that one. 35-28. The Spartans trying to go with a little bit of a trap here, and now it's Nash Ray with it. He evades that time. Spartans go back to a man-to-man in the half court. 4:44 left in this game. And the ball is tipped away out of bounds by Jaden Parker. 35-28 with 4:41 left in this third quarter. Nash Ray will have it out of bounds, and he will look for an option and gets it out to Reinhardt. Now to Nash Ray. Don't want to leave him open too much as Bond is giving him a bit of space there. Bontrager trapped, getting it to Nash Ray for a deep three. That is good by Nash Ray. They cannot stop this three-point barrage by the Haven Wildcats here in this game. The Spartans just not really that great of a shot that time, but he just put it through, nothing but net. And it's a steal by the Wildcats yet again. It's number 2. That's Jacques with it. Now to Nash Ray. Now to Balltranger, and it's Jaden Parker getting called for the foul. It's a 10-point lead for the Wildcats. One off from the largest lead of the day, largest lead of the night of 11. 38-28 with 3:57 left in the third quarter. Spartans have gotten good looks, but so have the Wildcats. And the Spartans would want to limit those if they want to get closer in this game. Now it's Reinhardt with it. Guarded by Clay, trying to drive on Clay. Now it's Nash Ray. Almost had a nice little Euro there, but the Spartans recover. And now it's Kamari Jennings in the corner for 3. That is pure for Kamari Jennings. And now the Spartans want a timeout. Coach Fiegel wanted to talk with his boys. It's back to a 7-point lead for the Wildcats, but the Spartans are running, and they are here to play. Don't bury dirt on them yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's 38-31 with 3:33 left in this quarter. Pretty modest crowd here for the Spartans tonight. We see a few families of these. We see the families of these fine basketball players for the from Wichita Collegiate. Myself being a student there, I will say these are very stand-up guys here in the huddle right now, talking with Coach Fiegel. Collegiate, a very rigorous environment academically, as I know from experience. But enough about me. 38-31, the Spartans down by 7 as 3:30 ticks away in this third quarter. It's Brogan Ray with it. Now to Nash Ray, the Ray brothers. Getting some work in here. Kind of like the Drumright brothers. Brogan Ray. Now to Gatlin Reinhardt and Nash Ray. Pumped on a 3 that time, but didn't take it. Now it's Nisley, guarded by Kamari Jennings. Now to Reinhardt, guarded by Jaden Parker, 11 on 11. Now it's Nash Ray to Brogan Ray. Now Nisley wants to get it to Nash Ray yet again. Doesn't want to take the deep 3. Now Brogan Ray gives it to Nisley for another 3, and that's an air ball. And that is a foul by Logan Clay off of the scoop off the glass by Brogan, by who else but Dalton Bontrager. And that's a first foul on Logan Clay in this game, as Spartans didn't clear up on the boards, and Bontrager will have an opportunity to make it a 9-point lead yet again for these Wildcats. First free throws right off the front of the iron, no good. Looked like he was shooting darts with that one. He might have hit the bullseye. Now only an opportunity to make it an 8-point game. The free throw rims out, and the Spartans with an opportunity down by 7. Jaden with it. Getting it in the corner to Kamari. He wants another one, and Kamari Jennings has 2 threes in this third quarter. It is a 4-point lead. It is a 4-point lead for the Haven Wildcats. The Spartans are slowly chipping away by doing what the Wildcats have done all game. Utilize the perimeter to their advantage, and that's a foul on Maddox Drumright. That's his second of the game. Going in for him is Jack Grace. You know Coach Fiegel, he likes to conserve his guys with fouls, as they might come into play later in the game, as it's 38-34 with 2:35 left in the third quarter. It's Nash Ray, guarded by Jack Grace. Looks like they want to run a little bit of ISO action, but no, it's DeBrogan Ray. Now number 14. That's Blake Ritchie. Now to Nash Ray. Trying to work on Jack Grace. Gets it in the corner. And Baltranger. It's 3 rims out. But it's cleared off the glass yet again by number 3. That's Nisley. More offensive rebounds and more opportunities for these Wildcats. And now another 3 by Nash Ray is good. Heavy contest that time by David Chege, and he brings it back to a 7-point lead for the Wildcats. 152-41, and Carter Drumright wants a 3 of his own, but that's off no good. Jack Grace clears. Carter Drumright getting it to Jaden Parker. He is rejected, but a foul that time by the Wildcats, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 of his own. 41-34, 1:39 left in this third quarter, and the Spartans are going to use everything they can to get back to a hopefully a lead. And Jaden Parker at the line to shoot 2. He struggled from the line a little bit in these past few games, and that one kisses the back of the iron. No good for Jaden Parker. And Jaden Parker with a second opportunity. Trying to cut it down to a 6-point lead this time. That one's through for Jaden Parker. Bontrager inbounds it. Reinhardt with it, guarded by David Chege. Now to Brogan Ray. Reinhardt tries to drive on Chege. He is rejected by David Chege. Now Brogan Ray wants a 3 of his own. That's off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Mr. David Chege. Yet again, a lot of action here from the senior. Big man in the middle, you may say. And now Jaden Parker crossing on his men. And now Carter Drumright's pass is out of the hands of Jack Grace. Little bit too much. Put a little bit too much tricep on that one. Might have done a bit too many bicep curls before this game to make that a steady pass, but he goes out of the game. So does Kamari Jennings. In for them go AJ Batiste and Mason Bond. Ball's inbounded to Brogan Ray. 41-34. 1:07 ticks off the clock in the third quarter. Brogan Ray guarded by Mason Bond. Gets it to Baltranger. Now it's Nisley trying to drive. And one. Away from the basket. That's Dietrich Nisley, bringing it back to a 8-point lead for the Wildcats. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2, just shoot 1. An opportunity to put the Wildcats back up 9. As Chege goes out of the game, Chege and Grace go out of the game. And for them go their fellow teammates. As Nisley, it's a free throw up, that's off, no good. But who's there to clear the rebound but number 14, Reinhardt. And it's Brogan Ray with it. Now to Nisley. No Nash Ray, the Spartans might want to take advantage of this. Reinhardt with the ball, looking for an option. Nisley, guarded by Kamari Jennings. Now to number 2. That's Jaquez. Now Reinhardt. They're playing hot potato with the ball here, ladies and gentlemen. 43-35 with 20 seconds left in this third quarter. The Spartans will have one more quarter to make it right. And now it's Reinhardt. Almost taken away by Jaden Parker out of bounds. Now Reinhardt has an open basket to the rim, but that one's off, no good. The Spartans, 7 seconds left. Kamari Jennings trying to bring it across, and it's a foul in transition by number 5, Brogan Ray. Kamari Jennings will go to the line to shoot 2 shots with 3.9 seconds left in this third quarter. Strong to the rim by Kamari Jennings, but not quite able to get it to go. Kamari rattles the first one in. The sophomore getting a lot of action here, as he only makes it a 7-point deficit. 3.9 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Spartans having one more quarter in their pocket to make it right. 43-36, 3.9 seconds left. Kamari Jennings makes the free throw, nothing but net. Ball is almost taken away. Nash Ray heaves it from a long distance, but no good. And the Spartans down by 6 with one last quarter to make it right here in Haven. I'm Ben Shackelford, and we'll be back after this. The Spartans, ladies and gentlemen, have one more quarter in this basketball game to make it right and book their ticket to the sub-state championship, potentially in a rematch against the Cheney Cardinals, a familiar opponent, as many Spartan and Cardinal fans would know. The Spartans played the Cardinals twice in football this year, as the Spartans eked out a win against the Cardinals. Big win at that. The defending state champions from last year. But Cheney ended up getting them in the regional matchup, as the Spartans fell 14-6. And now it's the Spartans with the ball to start this Spartan fourth quarter, as it's a pass. AJ Batiste doesn't want a three that time. Instead, he takes one of his own. And it's a great clear up off of the missed three by Jaden Parker. Takes it back to a 4-point lead. And the ball is taken away by Mason Bond. And the official says Spartan ball. 43-39. The Spartans only down by 4 with 7:33 left in this fourth quarter. It has been perimeter from both teams in this game, as there hasn't been a lot of paint action here, as AJ Batiste tried to take a sidestep three. And Carter Drumright puts it in, and one, up and under, with a chance to take it to a 1-point deficit. Or pardon, that was not an and one. I got excited for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. It is only a common foul, as the Spartans to inbound. Down by 4 in this game. And a timeout by Coach Fiegel. Mason Bond taking a little bit too much time to gather his thoughts and get the ball in. 43-39, the Spartans. 4:25 left in this fourth quarter, and Coach Fiegel wants a chat. What was almost an and one by Carter Drumright was reversed into a common foul and an inbounds play that the Spartans had an opportunity to make right. Took a little bit too much time there, but the Spartans will have another opportunity. 43-39 with 7:25 left in this game. And like I've said, this game has had some fireworks. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. It could be fun. This ball's inbounded to AJ. No pressure there. Kamari Jennings with it. And taken all the way outside the perimeter by the Wildcats. Jaden Parker loses his own ball. And it's a jump going the way of the Wildcats. Looks like he received a triple team there. And if you don't know, 3 men are greater than 1. So they got the jump that time, and it's going back to the Wildcats. 7:09 left in this game. 43-39. The Spartans are going to a bit more of a pass offense. Nash Ray wants a 3 of his own. That's off the mark, no good. But a pushing foul on Jaden Parker underneath the rim, getting Dalton Bontrager that time. This game is getting physical, ladies and gentlemen. As with 6:55 left in this game, the Spartans are only down 4 as David Chege checks back in, trying to add a little bit more size to this Spartan lineup. Ball's inbounded to Bontrager, guarded by Parker. Trying to work on Jaden. He's looking for an option. Nowhere to go. Tries to feed it in the paint. And it's a foul. Looks like on the floor by Kamari Jennings that time. And the Spartans picking up 2 quick fouls. That's the second of the game. Not really much of a problem here for the Spartans as they've allowed themselves a pretty comfortable lead. Jaquez wants a 3 of his own. That's off the mark, no good. Big rebound by Jaden Parker that time. Strong off the glass. The Spartans have an opportunity to cut this deficit down even more. And it's a foul on that Wildcat double team that they've utilized very well in this game. As with 43-39 and 6:23 left in the game, the Spartans down 4. Down 4 and trying to scrap. And it's inbounded to Kamari Jennings. Gets it in the corner. Carter Drumright is blocked on the 3-point attempt by Nash Ray. Absolutely coming out of nowhere. Looked like a volleyball player on that play. And so the Spartans will have it inbounds yet again with another opportunity. 6:31 left in the game. 43-39. This is where legends are made, ladies and gentlemen, as Kamari Jennings gets it to A.J. Batiste. And it is out of the hands of Kamari Jennings, out of bounds. Just a bad pass that time by A.J. Batiste. Got it where Kamari couldn't get it. And another opportunity. And another opportunity whiffed that time by the Spartans, as they give the Haven Wildcats yet another opportunity to score some points. As Bontrager is almost rejected by David Chege, but he clears and puts it back in for 2. A 6-point lead for Haven, and Jaden Parker tries to get in the paint. And it's an offensive foul. Charge taken that time by Nash Ray. Jaden Parker a little bit too aggressive to the rim. And it's 6:04 left in the game. That's the 4th foul on Jaden Parker, and that is not what you want to see if you're Coach Fiegel. As Jaden was a little bit too aggressive to the rim, and a charge was taken because of it. Now it's 45-39. The Spartans have left Nash Ray open yet again for an easy and 1. Nash Ray has taken over this game, ladies and gentlemen. And he will go to the line to shoot 2. 47-39. Just split the Spartan defense there. And the Spartans scrambling for answers here in the 4th quarter, 47-39, with an opportunity to make it a 9-point lead. Nash Ray at the line, and he makes it a 9-point lead. Spartans, body language not looking good here. And these Spartans are not really excited with their performance here, as it's a lot of energy here by these Haven fans, as frantic passing leads to a missed 3 by Carter Drumright, recovered by A.J. Batiste. A step back 3 is almost attempted that time, but another 3-pointer is through by Kamari Jennings. And he cuts the lead back down to 6. The Spartans have a spark. That is all we can say, ladies and gentlemen. The Spartans have a spark, and his name is Kamari Jennings. He's made plenty of big threes here in this second half. And it's back to a 6-point lead for the Haven Wildcats. The Spartans are going to try and scrape and claw for a lead in this game. It's 5:17 left in this game. And this is where the nerves can get to some people. But will it get to the Spartans is the question, as they have 6 points to claw back from and make this their game. 5:17 left in the game. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, 48-42. Don't go anywhere as the Spartans are coming out of a timeout to try and claw the Cats. No Jaden Parker in the game this time, as he's out of the game with 4 fouls. The Spartans are trying to, like we said, scrape and claw on these Wildcats. It's Nash Ray with it. Now to Brogan Ray. Someone is open in the corner, but they don't take it. Nash Ray with it. Now to Brogan Ray. Bontrager, guarded by Clay. Now to the Ray brothers. Nash Ray this time, guarded by Mason Bond. 4:56 left in this game, and it's an offensive foul going the way of the Spartans. 48-42. And the Spartan student section is on their feet, and they are ready to cheer on these Spartans to a comeback victory here in Haven. 4:50 left in this game. It's Bond with it. Guarded tightly by these Wildcats, almost tipped away by Reinhardt. Carter Drumright with it. Now to Bond. He takes a 3 of his own. That's off the mark. No good. Snatched, cleared by Nash Ray. Missed opportunity by Mason Bond. But more stops are needed by these Spartans to try and get back in this game. 48-42 with 4:15 left. It's a feed into the paint for Mr. 21, Dalton Bontrager, and that is off the mark, no good. Mason Bond coming down the lane, trying to make something work. Guarded by Reinhardt. Wildcats staying in the zone. Kamari Jennings off of a Wildcat and staying with the Spartans. More than half of this fourth quarter has ticked away, and it is a close one, ladies and gentlemen. 48-42. The Spartans are trying to scrape and claw with these Wildcats. As about a Kamari Jennings 3 is up and no good. But it's almost a great rebound underneath. Off of a Wildcat and back to the Spartans. Jack Grace was under there and had position. 3:45 left in this game. Jaden Parker, 4 fouls, back in it. 48-42 with 3:45 left in the game. Carter Drumright to inbounds. The ball is out of the hands of Jaden Parker and into the hands of Nash Ray. Jaden Parker does not want to foul here, and it's a great tip away on the paint entry by the Spartans. Kamari Jennings, and looked like the official signaled that it was a Spartan ball out of bounds after the tip by Kamari Jennings, but he corrected himself and said it was Haven ball. 48-42, 3:33 left in this game. Reinhardt open on the perimeter, and now to Nash Ray. Trying to work on Jack Grace. Gets in the corner to Brogan Ray. They want a paint feed to number 14. That's Gatlin Reinhardt. And it's an 8-point lead for Haven. Just got just lost on the back cut there. And guess who was found? The Haven Wildcats force a Spartan turnover yet again. And with 3 minutes left, the Haven Wildcats are looking for something here in Haven. Looking for an upset win. Well, pardon, really wouldn't be an upset win as the Wildcats are seated higher in this bracket than the Spartans, as it's Brogan Ray with it. Now to Reinhardt, guarded by Bond. Now to Nash Ray. Nash Ray with it. Guarded by Jack Grace. 2:40 ticks away. Nash Ray with it. Way outside the perimeter. Guarded by Jack Grace. They're fully content, ladies and gentlemen, with turning with this one out and taking it easy and taking a win here. 50-42. Nash Ray gets fouled and goes to the line to make it a 10, to try and make it a 10-point game. 2:19. Anything can happen in 2 minutes and 19 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. But the Spartans, down by 8, will have a lot to do if they want to scrape this win away from these Cats. It was a missed 3 by Kamari Jennings, and then a paint feed for Gatlin Reinhardt that has really put a cap on this game. As the Spartans have amassed an 8-point deficit, they have a lot on their plate. With 2:19 left in the game. 50-42. Spartans down by 8. A meager student section here for the Spartans. And the Haven Wildcats currently in a position to face potentially the Cheney Cardinals in Halstead on Saturday. And the Spartans walking away from this one a wee bit disappointed, as it is Nash Ray at the line. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, to shoot 2 shots. An attempt to put the Wildcats up by 10. First free throw's good by Nash Ray. And it has pretty much been the Nash Ray and Dalton Bontrager show here in this game, ladies and gentlemen. But he misses the second one. Jaden Parker swerving in the lane. No good that time. Wanted to do a little bit of a turnaround spin move. Floater game, but that was off no good. In the corner, it's Bontrager. Now Reinhardt. 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes left in this game. And the Spartans are trying to scrape something together. Maybe something. And Dalton Bontrager does not want to take any shots here, as it's a 9-point lead by Haven with 1:36 left. It's Reinhardt on the perimeter. No shot clock here, ladies and gentlemen. And Bontrager. Frantic passes, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4 wide. And 1 in the paint. Now 5 wide for these Haven Wildcats. And the Wildcats will look to seal a win in this one against the Spartans. Spartan season ends. Spartan season ends with a bit of a disappointing record, but a good record at that of 16-6. As it's a foul by A.J. Batiste, sending number 11. Gatlin Reinhardt to the line, and he makes that one. Double digits for the Wildcats with 1:14 left in the game. Spartans, a bit of an unfortunate end to the season, but on the bright side, On the bright side, the Spartans have had a lot to be proud of this year. Second round of sub-states, second place in the Capon, the El Dorado Classic, and first place in the Circle Tournament in Towanda, Kansas. And so, a timeout is called by the Spartans. And these Spartan seniors are, and judging by the faces of these Spartan seniors, it's been a good run, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately, 'twas not to be for these collegiate Spartans. As these three Spartan seniors leave this program, they have left an incredible legacy. Carter Drumright, number 15, an excellent three-point shooter. Put up top 10 stats in the three-point shooting and general shooting categories for these Spartans. David Chege stayed with the program for 4 years and put up some big dunks and nice highlights in his career. And number 2, Jack Grace. Always a contributor and always a team player. Please give your thoughts to these seniors for the Spartans, as they have worked very hard to make very, very strong careers, as they will unfortunately leave Haven not victorious, as that second free throw was good by Gatlin Reinhardt. David Chege goes out of the game. In for him goes Carter Drumright. 53-42 with 1:14 left in the game. And Carter Drumright with it. Now to Jaden Parker. The junior getting some action in. No good that time. And the Spartans trying to guard up on these Wildcats. And that might be the 5th on Jaden Parker. Fouling Nash Ray that time. And the spectacular junior, the one who's so full of energy and always there to get you a quick bucket, goes out of this sub-state game with 5 fouls. Our hats off to Jaden Parker. He's worked very hard in this game, trying to get these Spartans back within a sizable lead. And the hustle really showing here by the junior. Look for him to have a big senior season next year. As it looks like nothing but happiness and jubilation for these Haven Wildcats. But a bit of a watershed end for these collegiate Spartans. Our hats go off to these seniors and to everyone who has given us a listen this year. 59.6 left in the game. And Nash Ray puts a stamp on this game with 2 free throws. 55-42. The Spartans 13 points down, and Carter Drumright to Kamari Jennings to AJ Batiste. He takes a deep 3. That's off the mark, no good. Scooped off the glass by Nash Ray. And the Spartans just don't look like they have it in them to try and come back in this one, as it's 40 seconds tick away. And a timeout is taken by Nash Ray. 55-42. The Spartans down by 13 with 37.6 left in the game. And what a topsy-turvy, exciting season it has been for these collegiate Spartans. Being down a few guys throughout the year might have led to a few confidence issues here on whether they'd be able to make a run, but they fought very hard and they gave it their all in this game. Of course, losing Sebastian Hines-Turner at near the beginning of the year was hard, but the Spartans persevered nonetheless. We saw some big moments from Kamari Jennings. Mason Bond stepped up a lot, and Jack Grace fit into that starting role. We saw Coach Fiegel go to his bench depth a lot. We saw these Spartan sophomores getting a lot of action, a lot of hustle from Carson Malaise, some great shooting by Landon Langston, and overall, a great team dynamic for these Spartans. They will look to next year with very, very big expectations. As Nash Ray gets it in bounds. Now to Reinhardt. Spartans frantically trapping. But that might signal the end of the game for both teams. As until further notice, the Haven Wildcats, they believe that they will win, and they will win indeed. 9 seconds on the clock, 55-42. And the Spartans walk away from Haven 16-6. And back home with a lot to learn for next year. I'm Ben Shackelford, and there is a lot to say about this game, and there is a lot to say about this season for the Spartans. Like we said, a very topsy-turvy, up and down year for the Spartans. But a great record, and some great guys stepping up really helped the Spartans power through and get some very, very key wins in this year. 16-6 on the year. Not quite meeting the expectations that these Spartans had hoped to achieve. But nonetheless, it was one full of memories, full of great moments, and full of highlights. Like we said, a big shout out goes to these Spartan seniors: David Chege, Carter Drumright, and Jack Grace. Thank you for staying with the program all these years, and thank you for giving us all those big moments. And the Wildcats will move on to most likely face the Cheney Cardinals in the Sub-State Championship en route to Hutch. A few closing words before we go, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to say it has been an absolute delight and an absolute honor to be your play-by-play commentator for this collegiate season. Your views, your tuning in, it means the world to me. And it means the world to us here at the Collegiate Broadcasting Crew. So to everyone who has lended an ear, to everyone who has promoted us on social media, and to everyone who has been with us this entire year, boys and girls, day and night, and day after day. It has been probably one of the best experiences of my life, commentating for you guys. Thank you to everyone who has helped with the broadcast, everyone who has done play-by-play who has done a color commentary for us. And a special shout-out goes to Coach Fiegel and Mr. McAfee for helping us set up before the games and helping us get all these gigs set up. I know it was missing for a good portion of the year, but these games, they have been one of the highlights of these past few months. And thank you, everyone. I will look forward to next year, as the Spartans will as well. And with that being said, to everyone tuning in, everyone who has tuned in, and everyone who will tune in. Thank you. I love you all. I'm Ben Shackelford. Good night from Haven, and see you in football season.